Hello everyone, welcome back to Fourth Word Car. On this channel we don't follow trends or magazine covers. We document cars that try to build an identity in markets most people never look at. Today we continue our journey through the Chinese presence in Iran's automotive industry. We've already talked about Chery and its early years in Iran. This episode is not a restart, it's a continuation. Chery has been active in the Iranian market for a long time. Their first step was a small city car called MVM 1.0. In 2009, Chery introduced a compact sedan known globally as the Chery A5 and locally as MVM 530. Today, the car has almost vanished from the streets. It's rarely seen, and if I ever come across one, I'll make sure to document it. The real shift for Chery came in 2011 when they entered the B segment with a new car, the Chery A13, known in Iran as MVM 315.
Direção hidráulica, ajuste elétrico de altura do farol, aerofólio com brake light integrado, ar-condicionado, retrovisores elétricos, freios ABS, rodas de liga leve, airbag duplo, vidros elétricos nas 4 portas, regulagem de altura do banco, multimídia com DVD, GPS, TV e câmera de ré, porta-malas amplo. Chegou o Seller, design italiano, tecnologia alemã com 5 anos de garantia. Tudo isso por apenas 48 vezes de R$ 499. Chery, agora brasileira.
The 315 marked the beginning of Chery's design journey. Its predecessor, the 530, had failed to establish itself. It faced strong rivals like Peugeot 405, Samand, Peugeot Pars, and another important alternative at the time, Renault Logan. The 530 couldn't survive that competition. The 315 was different. It introduced a clear design language, something every serious car company needs if it plans to do more than just survive. Consistent design across models signals intention. It shows a company is trying to build an identity, not just fill a gap. And with the 315, MVM took its first real step in that direction. Chery entered the Iranian market with confidence, offering the 315 in 3 different versions. All 3 were built on a single platform, but with each facelift, more attention was paid to detail. Slowly, the car began to mature. The first generation stayed on the market for just 3 years. The second lasted 6 years, the longest run among the 3. And finally, the last version was sold for barely a year. Chery knew the 315 would face serious competition, especially from the Peugeot 206, but it didn't back down. What I have here today is the first facelift of the car. This version clearly showed how serious Chery was about staying in the market and competing. With the first facelift, both the front and rear lights were updated to LED units. The rounded oval-shaped headlights were replaced with sharper, narrower designs, giving the front end a noticeably more aggressive look. While the overall body shape remained the same, the rear lights were extended beyond the trunk line and partially into the rear fenders. Combined with the oversized rear bumper, the result was a much more dramatic rear profile. The front bumper was also redesigned, and together with the new grille, it gave the car a more modern appearance. This generation of the 315 was also offered as a sedan, a version that is now extremely rare and difficult to find. In the Sport Excellent trim, additional plastic cladding was added around the fenders and along the lower edges of the doors. These elements flowed into the bumper covers and surrounded both the front and rear fog lamps, a design choice that definitely stood out. Even though the cabin can't be described as sophisticated, it still posed a challenge to its competitors at the time. Multi-function buttons appeared on the steering wheel, paired with a traditional instrument cluster. A centrally mounted infotainment screen sat at the top of the dashboard, framed by neatly shaped air vents with round climate control dials positioned below. Most of the cabin is finished in hard plastics, with only limited use of soft touch materials. But it's important to remember that this car was designed more than a decade ago, so expecting modern luxury features wouldn't be fair. All three versions of the 315 were powered by a 1.5-liter engine producing 107 horsepower. At the time, that figure was considered competitive for cars in this segment. The second facelift of the car was more detailed and eye-catching. In that model, the interior experienced a transfiguration. Take a look at this video as the video speaks for itself. The car retained its original character, but the updates made it feel more refined and mature. This version, known as the 315 Plus, was offered exclusively with an automatic transmission. Despite Chery's efforts, the 315 never achieved real commercial success. Not because it lacked appeal, but because it was forced to compete against much stronger rivals in a crowded market. After 9 years, the 315 was discontinued. It became clear that what Chery had hoped to achieve with this model had not fully materialized. Competition played a major role. Cars like the Peugeot 206 and 207 were strong and well-established rivals in the market. When the car was in production, its price hovered around $9,000. Today, if you are looking to buy an MVM 315, prices typically range between $6,000 and $7,000 depending on condition. Alright, thanks for watching this episode. If this kind of automotive history interests you, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you soon.